Hi, everyone. My name is Jane Shea, and I am starting a youth action board for the Harbor. So I do community outreach for the Harbor. I've been with the Harbor for about 2 years, and we've been talking about how can we get youth more involved in our programs? How can youth's voice be used in our programs, in what we say and what we do? And really, how can you guys help change the Harbor for the better? So that's what I'm here presenting about. I made this recording to make it easy for you guys to watch at any time that works best for you. So stay tuned. It's a quick 10-minute presentation, so check it out. So what is a youth action board? A youth action board is a group that is meant to represent youth voices, facilitate change, and encourage leadership among youth. Our youth action board, or YAB is what we're going to call it, is being created to basically funnel our youth's experience into the framework of how we run and operate our programs. We want you guys to have shared control on how the Harbor works because you are such a key part of the Harbor. So here is an example of what a youth action board is.
Hi, my name is Lex Don Loring.
My name's Hal Trejo. I'm Courtney. My name is Daphne Toussaint, and I'm a Youth Action Board member.
I was the founder of the Youth Action Board, and the purpose of it is to bring together a group of youth with lived experiences of homelessness to help guide the policies that are going to affect us.
We're working with our adult partners, creating just a revolutionary theory of change to make sure that youth can get connected to local housing resources and support. We've been able to really start training communities around the country based off of our models to be able to spread it across the country so that other places can really implement our models of success.
It's the youth doing it instead of the older people who don't know how this generation nowadays works out.
We just come up with ideas and really build each other up.
Before the YAB was founded, there was no concerted effort to end youth homelessness within our community. The YAB is made up of queer youth, of BIPOC youth, of parenting youth. We're really positioning people with real lived experiences as the ones to implement the solutions to really end homelessness across all of these populations.
The Gulf Coast Partnership values youth leadership and values youth voices. And with additional funding, we can expand that and reach more people and spread this model that we've proven works.
We have big dreams, and if we're able to get increased funding and increased support, we want to be able to teach communities around the country and around the world how to do what we're doing. It goes beyond solving and ending homelessness. It's something that we can all learn to create better structures, better movements, and a better world.
So that is about another example of a youth action board. So that is kind of what we want to do for the Harbor's Youth Action Board. Why are YABs important? Why should you care? So they're important because they help you guys elevate your voice and leadership in our programs and how we do things. You can really have a say in how the Harbor runs. It also helps you create opportunities to engage with your local community, which is a huge deal. Helps you network. This could help you find jobs in the future, make new friends, and also find new passions. We also are going to create a mentorship program. So if you want a mentor, someone you can look up to and talk to about your goals and aspirations, that is something that we will develop in this program. And also develop personal and professional skills. So you will be, learning how to be a leader, how to be civically engaged in your community. And I think that's really awesome and a really wonderful skill to have that I personally want to grow myself. So I always recommend it to everyone. So what would your membership role be at the Youth Action Board? So we would like there to be monthly meetings, just could be one meeting a month, could be on Zoom or in person, but that's what the commitment level would be. We would like for youth to engage in trainings that focus on becoming a youth leader. So that could be a quick video about what it means to be a youth leader, or even have someone come in and talk about that and teach some different skills that might be beneficial and interesting to you guys. Also working on creating write-ups for Harbor social media posts, literature, our brochures, because we really want your input on how we run things. When we're approaching youth, when I'm approaching youth doing outreach on the street and I want to give them our flyer, would that really resonate with them? Would they feel comfortable if I did that? So we want your voice on, is this flyer working? Does this flyer make youth feel comfortable, safe, and welcome at the Harbor? So that's an example of how you would help us with creating write-ups for the Harbor. And even working with the program team to give us your ideas on what you would like to do in program, what you want to see. Do you want to, go on more field trips or have a specific night a week like a Taco Tuesday or, Pizza Friday, something like that. So what benefits do you get if you join the Youth Action Board? So every youth who joins the Youth Action Board will get $150 a month as a stipend for their participation. You will also get free trainings on leadership skills, youth collaboration, and more. Finally, we'll have opportunities to attend conferences. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to meet other youth leaders, we will create the opportunity for you. And all the youth and the Youth Action Board will receive their own laptop as well, because you never know if you're going to need it for what we're doing or to join a Zoom meeting or something. So what would our Youth Action Board do? We already talked about the first half of techniques of, what we're doing, using our voice to create positive change in the Harbor community, changing the stigma surrounding youth homelessness, and, making folks really learn and realize that youth homelessness is not the youth's fault, and then also engage in a mentorship program, like I mentioned. I would love to work with you guys to find local events for youth and hotspots where youth might be that are experiencing homelessness, that I can reach out to and go provide our services. Also creating partnerships with local community members and different resources. If, let's say someone really wants to do hair and wants to bring, a hairstylist into the shelter, have our youth go to the hairstylist, we could create a partnership and learn how to do that. Additional information that could be needed for you is that it is possible that once a month, the meeting could be in person. So that would be around the Chicagoland area. We will provide PACE and CTA passes if that is the case. Also, sometimes the position may need a weekend availability. So let's say your meeting falls on a Saturday for 1 hour. That could be a possibility. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. So I know this is a recording, so I guess this is more of a rhetorical question, but think about any ideas you would want to do as a Youth Action Board member. What do you want to see change at the Harbor? What do you want to see added? And also, who is missing from this meeting? Is there someone that you're like, hey, my friend would be great in this. They're not at the Harbor, but they have lived experience of experiencing homelessness, and I think they would have a really good voice in the Youth Action Board. Let me know, and I would love to bring them aboard. This is for the staff really, so it's not necessarily for the youth, but just so staff can be supportive of youth joining the Youth Action Board. So this is the main RSVP for our Youth Action Board. So if you would like to join and are interested, or even just have any questions for me, you can email me at janeshay@theharbor.org. We're currently looking for 6 to 8 youth, and we're starting with all the houses at the Harbor. If we end up not getting enough Harbor youth to join, we will advertise the Youth Action Board on our social media pages, and with our community partners, but we do want to ask our Harbor youth first, because we want to be seeing you guys, make the change in the Harbor that we know you can. So yeah, please feel free to reach out at any time. And I am so excited to start this with you guys. I really hope that we can make a Youth Action Board awesome for the Harbor. So yeah, please consider joining. You get some great benefits, and email me if you're interested or have any questions.